Coming up today on News Valdosta, the death of a 3-year-old in Brooks County is raising some questions.
We have an update on the Moody Airman's house that was burned.
Chris Jones will tell us about the week's weather, and Xavier Hall will have a look at the latest sports. News Valdosta starts now.
Welcome to News Valdosta. I'm Sarah Collins.
And I'm Chandler Jackson. A Brooks County man is facing murder charges for the death of his 3-year-old stepson. Emergency medical personnel were called to the home of Kevin Richardson on September 11th, where they found an unresponsive child. The child was taken to South Georgia Medical Center but was pronounced dead a short time later. The hospital contacted the Brooks County Sheriff's Department after doctors became suspicious about the cause of death. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation is also involved with the investigation. The cause of death has not been reported, but according to officials, the child did have injuries. Richardson may be facing more charges once the investigation is complete.
A couple of weeks ago, we brought you the story of an airman's house that was burglarized and then destroyed by arson. Now, that same airman's house has been burglarized again, but this time police may have made some arrests. Valdosta police responded to a call after neighbors reported seeing 2 men removing appliances from the damaged home. The police were able to recover a clothes dryer that had been taken from the home earlier. Valdosta residents Lawrence Paris and Cortez Howell have been arrested for burglary and taken to Lowndes County Jail.
Over the weekend, 300 airmen from Moody Air Force Base were deployed to Southeast Asia. The 75th Fighter Squadron will be participating in air missions nearly every day during the deployment. The mission of the 75th Squadron is to organize, train, and employ combat-ready aircraft. The 41st Rescue Squadron, deployed along with the 75th, will be in combat search and rescue missions. The Air Force officials say that new technology should allow the airmen to keep in touch with their families until they get back home.
Valdosta police are searching for a suspect they've identified in a robbery of a convenience store. Last week, we told you about an unidentified person who stole an estimated $250 from Lee's Mini Mart. Now, police say Demetrius Anderson is the main suspect in this armed robbery. Anderson is being charged with strong armed robbery and battery, and the police want your help in finding him.
There are more than a few rundown houses in Valdosta, but many of their owners just can't afford to fix them. News Valdosta reporter Brigette Wiley tells us what the city is doing about it.
There are many homes in the city that are not meeting the minimum standards of suitable living use. Some are empty, but most are occupied. Housing Rehabilitation Coordinator Richard Joyner spoke more on the development.
Our whole goal here is to eliminate substandard housing by the year 2020. So all of our efforts, whether it be CDBG, which is Community Development Home Grant, Block Grant, whether it be CHIP, Community Home Investment Program, or whether it be Federal Home Loan Bank or Southern Hospitality Work Camp, these are all programs that are geared towards eliminating substandard housing in the city of Valdosta in our designated revitalization area.
Home recipients are determined through an application process. Approvals are based off of the family's income. If approved, the committee must then determine if the repairs are worth 50% of the value of the home. If so, the home is demolished and a new home is built for the family. The city has high hopes in creating more than a dozen homes this year. Today, homes all over the west and south parts of the city are being reconstructed to better suit the needs of the residents. Habitat for Humanity and Work Camp are just a few organizations that citizens can be a part of to give back to the community. Citizens can visit the city's website for more information. With News Valdosta, I'm Brigette Wiley.
The Vietnam Memorial Wall commemorates all the servicemen who died during the Vietnam War. 14 names on the wall are from Cook County. A replica of the wall has been traveling around the country for 30 years now. Cook County's Moving Wall Committee worked for 2 years and raised $20,000 to bring it to Adel. The moving wall will be on display at the Welcome Center off of Exit 39.
Up next on News Valdosta, we'll tell you about the breakthrough in breast cancer research and how peanut butter could protect you.
And Chris Jones will give us a look at the upcoming weather, and Xavier Hall will tell us about this weekend sports. All this and more when we come back, so stay with us.
7,000 high school students drop out every school day. That's a line of desks more than 4 miles long. We can keep students in school. Visit boostup.org and take the first step.
I got my MBA online at VSU. As a working mom who travels on business, I needed an MBA program that fit my schedule and allowed me to balance both my work and home life. VSU's Web MBA was perfect. I was able to spend time with my family in the evenings and then complete my assignments. My MBA is one of my greatest accomplishments. It was hard work, but I would do it again in a heartbeat. Don't wait. Start your MBA today.
Welcome back to News Valdosta. Well, today's the day.
That's right. Today is the first day of the renovated Youth Center at Moody Air Force Base, and it is now open to the public. The Youth Center at the Moody Air Force Base has been renovated for $7.5 million. The renovated center is twice as big and can accommodate twice as many children. Air Force non-appropriated funds paid for the renovations. The new center has dance, music and art rooms, teen lounges, a gym, and so much more. The center officially opens to the public today.
Georgia is known for several things, and now something else can be added to the list, unfortunately. Georgia has been identified as one of the top 10 worst states for childhood poverty. 1 out of 3 kids in the state go hungry. According to the U.S. Census, over 56,000 kids in South Georgia don't have enough to eat. The budget won't be changed until 2015. Until then, thousands of people must rely on nonprofit organizations for help.
New research suggests that eating peanut butter as a preteen and a teenager could reduce the risk of breast cancer. It appears that peanut butter decreases the risk of developing benign breast disease as an adult. Experts agree that benign breast disease, which is non-cancerous, changes in the breast tissue and is a risk factor for breast cancer. Benign breast disease could increase the chance for breast cancer by 3-fold, according to the research. But researchers say that the link between peanut butter and breast cancer is not clear at this point.
Coming up on News Valdosta, we'll explain how and why the city of Valdosta reached an agreement with the Environmental Protection Division.
And when we come back, Chris Jones will take a look at our upcoming weather. News Valdosta will be right back.
Thank you for calling your GED Pep Talk Center. All right, now, are you ready for your GED Pep Talk?
Being nervous is okay. It just shows that you're serious about getting your diploma.
All right, listen, we all need a little nudge sometimes. I don't function without coffee in the morning, but it is going to take more than a double mochaccino to help you here.
A lot of things are scary. Heck, I'm scared of clowns.
No quiero ir. Danny, no lo puedo hacer. Quiero ir. Danny, lo voy a hacer.
DMC, liking your pep talk style.
Just keeping it real, Debs. Just keeping it real.
Louder! Louder! I'm gonna get my GED! Come on! Get your GED!
Whatever motivation you need, we've got a pep talk for you. Get your GED pep talk and find free classes at yourged.org.
My dad's one of the producers for Saturday Night.
Bring this sweet.
Welcome back to News Valdosta.
The City of Valdosta and the Georgia Environmental Protection Division have researched an agreement regarding the consent order that concerns the city wastewater permit violations.
The permit violations deal with Wallakuchi and Mud Creek Water Pollution Control Plant during the years 2008 through 2013. The consent order identifies capital investment projects and their timelines. The City of Valdosta has received approximately $180 million in total SPLOST proceeds over the past 25 years, during which time it has been invested nearly $170 million from all funding sources into its water and wastewater systems. The projects in the proposed order will cost the city around $55 million.
We enjoyed falling temperatures over the weekend, but what about today and tomorrow?
Weatherman Chris Jones is here to tell us about this week's forecast. Chris?
Thanks, Chandler. We're finally seeing some relief from those late summer temperatures. The high today is expected to be only about 83 degrees. It may not seem like it, but that is one of the lowest daily high temperatures we have seen in months. There is a slight chance of an afternoon shower in the late afternoon and evening with a 30% chance of rain. The overnight low tonight will be around 63 degrees, so you may need a light jacket if you're out on a midnight stroll. Rain chances are low, and you can expect partly cloudy skies. Look for a light breeze with winds around 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, you may need a calendar to actually believe that it's fall. Expect temperatures to be back up into the high 80s with a high around 88 degrees. Expect those sunny skies and temperatures in the upper 80s to continue throughout the rest of the work week. The UV index will be high at a 7. Remember, the sun's rays are most damaging in the early part of the afternoon. Sunrise will be just before 7:30 a.m. The pollen index will be at a medium with a level of 6.1. Thankfully, that's the lowest it has been in the recent past. However, it may still be a wise idea to keep your favorite allergy medication handy. The predominant pollens are ragweed, chenopod's, and composites. That's all for your weather. Back to you ladies at the news desk.
Thanks, Chris. After the break, Xavier Hall will take a look at sports.
And we'll tell you about a local football game that is getting some national attention. So stay with us.
Body language. Without saying a word, it can tell you so much. Like someone is having a stroke. Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time. Time to call 911 immediately. The sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment, and that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Learn the body language, the sudden signs, and spot a stroke fast.
What will you find at Valdosta State University?
Challenging academics.
Innovative hands-on experience. Over 100 fields of study.
Engagement in a vibrant community.
Caring mentors and friends. Service and leadership opportunities.
Championship athletics.
The full university experience.
At Valdosta State University.
Welcome back to News Valdosta. The Wintersville Classic will be featured on the 2013 Great American Rivalry Series next Friday on October 11th. The Lowndes Vikings football team will host the Valdosta Wildcats in the much-disputed rivalry. The Wintersville Classic game was selected as one of the top 100 must-see games for the 2013 Great American Rivalry Series. The victorious team will receive a coveted GARS Championship trophy. The top students from each school will be given a scholarship to be used at the college of their choice.
For more on local sports, let's go to Xavier.
Thanks, Sarah. Colquitt County experienced their first win at Martin Stadium in almost 2 decades Friday night, packing in a 37-7 score against the Vikings. the Vikings offense suffered from a series of predictable play calls that, had last week's Hardaway Hawks been more prepared, could have possibly given them a win as well. The Colquitt Packers built up a 14-0 lead in only half of the first quarter, giving the Vikings little to no breathing room. Lowndes ran the ball 20 times in the first half and only managed to gain 22 yards. Lowndes scored a touchdown 11 seconds before halftime with 81 yards compared to Colquitt's 252 yards. But Lowndes could not maintain momentum even with the Packers switching to second-string players in the third quarter. The Lowndes High softball team won both Saturday games against Camden with a 5-1 and 7-0 sweep. Viquette Crystal Easton pitched 7 innings in the first game, allowing only 7 hits while beating out 3 batters. Haley Fowler pitched 7 innings in the second game and struck out 6 base runners out of 8. Coach Stuart Thomas was excited about the team's improvements, but admitted that the Viquettes have work to do on defense. The Brooks County Trojans faced Early County on Friday and gained a 13-6 win, giving them 2 wins since they lost to the Wildcats 3 weeks ago. Even though they were behind 6-0 at halftime with little yards gained against Early County, they managed to lead 7 when running back Malcolm Parrish ran for a 50-yard touchdown that turned the tide of the game. This week, the Trojans will face off against the Thomasville Bulldogs.
Thanks, Xavier. We'll tell you who's getting what and is recognized for what this month.
And are you looking for something to do this week? News Valdosta will give you some tips. Stay with us.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Switch to Energy Star light bulbs, and you'll realize just how much cash you are really burning through. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
I love learning.
I believe in service. I am full of passion. I embody sportsmanship.
I trust in my resourcefulness.
I like balance.
That's why I chose
Division 2.
All right, give me a spot. You know my motto, safety first.
They could be dangerous. I think we should call animal control.
Animal control?
To be safe.
Don't worry.
Just...
I got this. It's a new motto.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Welcome back to News Valdosta. It's the last day of September and lots of things are happening next month. Let's take a look at a few of them.
The 32nd annual Honeybee Festival in Hayhira kicked off today around 7 o'clock this morning. At the festival, you can enjoy arts and crafts, a dog show, a 5K race, and a parade, among other events. This year, the Hayhira Festival is offering a free tennis instruction class for children. The parade is one of the largest in South Georgia and will take place at noon on Saturday. The public is encouraged to attend the festivities, so take your honey to the Honeybee Festival.
The City of Valdosta will observe National Community Planning Month in October. The annual observance recognizes the efforts of professional and citizen planners committed to creating great places to live and work. People and places is the theme of the various events. The first event will be held tomorrow at 11 in the morning at Valdosta City Hall. Valdosta Mayor John Gale and other community leaders will issue a proclamation acknowledging the month of events.
Community members gathered together Saturday to combat literacy. The biannual Bowling for Literacy event was held at Jack's Bowling Lanes in Valdosta. Teams of 5 competed for the title of Best Team. Along with bowling, the Literacy Volunteer Program of Valdosta held a raffle and a silent auction in which several businesses in the community donated prizes. The Literacy Volunteer Program will host another Bowl for Literacy event in the spring.
Thanks for watching News Valdosta. I'm Sarah Waugh Collins.
And I'm Chandler Jackson. For all of us here at News Valdosta, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time and have a great day.